We have had a lot of questions regarding the implemented flanking system. Let's take a look into how can you leverage this mechanic to your advantage. In a nutshell, flanking occurs when two triggers are active. Firstly, a unit has to be under attack by at least two enemies. That is the obvious primary action that has to take place. Secondly, the game's combat system looks at the engagement and takes into account the relative angle between the two attacking units. The flanking bonus lowers the defense of the flanked unit and is proportional to how wide the angle of attack actually is. For player units, the threshold angle for flanking to occur is roughly 36 degrees. The modifier then increases linearly and achieves its maximum when the angle of attack is equal to 180 degrees. When three or more units are attacking the same enemy, such as in this example, the greatest angle of attack is taken into consideration. But flanking is not only a tool for the player. The game's AI is also actively trying to use it against you. The difference being the initial flanking angle threshold. On commander difficulty, this angle is set at roughly 72 degrees. If you feel that the fights are too punishing, you can switch on Simplified Fight in the options menu. This disables the flanking system for the opposing force. The player can still use it to his advantage. In Veteran mode, with the Challenging Fight option on, the flanking threshold for enemy forces is the same as for the player. This is one of the main reasons that fights in later missions seem so unfair, as your units are very often flanked due to the enemy having, on average, more squads than you, which makes flanking easier for the AI. By keeping your soldiers out of situations where they are flanked, you are passively greatly increasing their defense. Now, let's take a look on a practical example. For the purposes of this demonstration, I have activated some sneaky little cheats that will give us a look into the combat statistics of the units and the effects of flanking on them. We have Alpha and Bravo platoons waiting to ambush the enemy squad moving towards Alpha. Let's speed up the time and wait for the fight to begin. The firefight has started. The enemy has entered combat with Alpha. As we inspect the statistics of the enemy forces, take a close look at the defense statistics, which at the moment is set to 0.9. Let's order in Bravo to spring the trap.
Bravo, this is Papa Bear. Move to 2-8.
Papa Bear, this is Alpha. Shoot. Papa Bear, this is Bravo. Papa Bear, this is Bravo.
Bravo has joined the fight, and with the angle of attack close to 90 degrees, the flanking modifier for the enemy forces lowers their defense by a factor of 0.77. If the angle of attack was close to 180 degrees, this factor would be 0.5, which would effectively lower the enemy's defense by half. Even though numerically the change does not seem like much, the way the combat system works means that the enemy soldiers are being completely overwhelmed. If we would like to maximize the effectiveness of our trap, we could issue an engage order to Bravo. Engage orders greatly reduce the defense of a unit while at the same time offering a huge bonus to attack strength. Alpha is absorbing the fire from the enemy, and we can without any penalties issue the engage order to Bravo.
Bravo, this is Papa Bear. Engage. Over.
That's the attitude I can respect. Papa Bear, this is Bravo. Ready to engage enemy. Papa Bear, this is Alpha. We have wounded. Over. Papa Bear, this is Alpha. Charlie, morale is breaking. Out. Papa Bear, this is Alpha.
And there we have it. This was a textbook flanking maneuver. In just a few combat rounds, the fight is over, and it took less than 10 minutes to completely obliterate the enemy with minimal losses on our part. I hope you enjoyed this quick look into the flanking system of Radio Commander, and I hope to see you in the next video.